Big picture first. In the last 2 decades, oil has been the heart monitor of the global economy, spiking, crashing, and shocking every part of our lives. Today I'm breaking down 5 oil crises that changed the world, and the patterns they reveal. Let's set the stage. Picture rows of steel barrels, flickering fuel pump signs, and a price chart that looks like a seismograph mid-quake. 5 oil crises in the last 20 years. Ready? Let's go. 2008. Oil hits $147. This was the all-time high. Demand was roaring, China was booming, speculation was intense, and the financial system was over-leveraged. The chart is almost vertical into July. Then, the crash. When the global economy seized up, oil plunged. Fast. Lesson 1. When credit and growth break, oil breaks with them. 2011. Middle East supply fear. The Arab Spring rippled through key producers. Protests, pipeline risks, and a premium for uncertainty pushed prices back above $100. Even if barrels still flowed, fear alone priced in a shock. Markets don't wait for a rupture, they move on risk. 2014, the oil market crash. US shale was surging. OPEC chose not to cut. Suddenly the world had more oil than it needed. The chart falls off a cliff. Drilling rigs go quiet, and budgets in petrostates get hammered. Oversupply can be just as brutal as shortage. 2020, oil goes negative. Airports empty, highways quiet, storage tanks fill. For a brief surreal day in April, traders paid others to take oil off their hands. That minus sign wasn't a typo, it was a logistics failure exposed by a demand shock. Infrastructure matters as much as barrels. 2022, the global energy crisis. Russia invades Ukraine. Supplies are rerouted, sanctioned, or shut in. Oil jumps, but the shock spreads beyond crude to diesel, gas, and electricity, fueling inflation from groceries to flights. This wasn't regional, it was systemic. So what ties these together? Demand shocks, 2008's crash, 2020's lockdowns. Supply shocks, 2011's instability, 2022's war. Policy and tech, 2014's shale wave, OPEC decisions, and behind it all, fragile systems, shipping lanes, storage, refineries, and geopolitics. What about the next oil crisis? Watch these indicators like a hawk: inventories and spare capacity, how much cushion is left, freight and storage rates. When they spike, something's clogging. Refinery margins. Diesel tightness hits everything with wheels. Geopolitical choke points, Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb, the Black Sea. Policy shifts, sanctions, subsidies, and strategic reserve moves. I don't make predictions, I track pressure. When demand outruns supply, when supply is weaponized, or when infrastructure jams, the chart starts to kink, then snap. Here's the bottom line. Oil crises aren't random. They're the visible stress lines of an interconnected system. Read the charts, follow the flows, and you'll see the tremors before the quake. The next oil crisis? It's already forming somewhere in the data. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep your eye on the line.